The other thing we want to look at when we are summarizing our categorical data is we want to look at variability. Right? Variability, again, is something similar to what we saw in our numerical distributions. Variability is thought of diversity in the data categories. If the distribution has a lot of observations spread across many different categories, it has a lot of diversity. If all of the observations are in a single category, then the diversity is low. Right, so what we want to look for, high variation. Each value is represented with about the same frequency, many observations in many categories. Low variation would be a small number of values appear a large number of times. Many observations fall into a few categories. In this case, variability here is more about the occurrence of many different values rather than many frequencies. So we just kind of want to, as we're going through, make sure that we're keeping our definitions clear from one another. So in example 2, the bar chart shows the ethnic composition of 2 schools in the Los Angeles City school system. Right, so we have School A and School B. Looking at School A, right, we have a highest frequency or mode of the Hispanic population, but we do have a few other ones as well. If we look at School B, we really only have that one population, that one category, that one group. So which school has the greater variability? School A. Right, because we have more observations in more categories. Which schools or graph has one distinct mode? That would be School B. School A, we could argue it has 2 modes. Right, granted, they're not equal, but in comparison, it could be close enough to consider them as having 2 modes. Right, so not only do we want to look at modes, we want to look at variability. How many different categories our data is spread into when we are looking at categorical distributions.